leather gloves, we're slapping in hams, popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands, pink cotton candy, love on a stick, was chasing the beer, that circle the lips, play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I see my face. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives.
Live! Bam!
You were right on today.
I was right on.
It was the rehearsal. Here on Strong Island Television.
Right.
Paradise Studios in beautiful
Downtown Massapequa,
New York.
Yes.
Right next to the CVS is a pizzeria. There's a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
There's even a karate place over here. Right?
Jiu-jitsu, yes.
And the Chinese restaurant, still closed. So we're back. It's nice to see you. We are brought to you, by the way, by the law firm of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community. I'm getting so good at that intro.
It sounds like you've been doing this your whole life now.
I should just end the show right now because people would go, hey, he's good.
Yeah.
Right? Now it goes downhill from here.
Not right.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Oh, we have some great guests on tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got Ryan Spalletta, the Director of Emergency Service for Boulevard Restorations, a new sponsor of Laughter Saves Lives.
Whoa.
They're coming on like magnets, like, oh my God, we want to be a sponsor. There's just Boulevards.
Yeah.
Just Boulevards. And then I'm really excited about, we have Captain Heather Buren, Station 7 of the San Francisco Fire Department.
That's going to be fun.
It took me a while. She says, you mean we're on at 5 o'clock? I go, let me do the math there. 3 hours. Yes. You know, she was doing San Francisco time to me. Because I think she looked at last week's show.
It's 3 hours?
Yeah. And she said, man, I'm going to throw some things at this guy. He looks like an idiot. You know, so let me, you mean 5 o'clock San Francisco time? And my head is blowing up while I'm talking. Yeah, I guess so. That's, so we got it right. So you doing well?
Everything's good.
That's it? That's all you got?
I'm just sorry I can't be here the next 3 weeks.
The next 3 weeks, no Rich Walker. We have some wonderful guest hosts, which is, I miss Rich, but it's nice to have some of our friends then fill in for Rich. It's nice. I just first want to mention today we had a funeral for Captain Allison Russo.
I saw that.
Fdny EMS was basically murdered last Thursday, stabbed in the neck, just hanging out, in between calls, having lunch or whatever. Terrible.
Did you meet her?
I did not know her. I didn't know her, but she was Lieutenant Allison Russo a few days ago. I know I'm going to screw up this word. What is it when you after death? Posthumously? What's the word? After Bobby, you got the word?
Posthumously.
Posthumously promoted her to Captain Allison Russo, which was nice of the FDNY. So our hearts go out to the family. Terrible. This is pretty cool. So what can we do as Laughter Saves Lives for Florida, right? We're this big. We're tiny, huge. Right. But if everybody does a little something, right, is my attitude. So let's try to
every little bit helps.
So I called one of the areas where the department, I know was a lot of damage or whatever. Hey, you got a guy. Oh, yeah, we got a guy who was renting a house, lost everything. Right. 2 kids, right, a wife.
Right.
So we are going to send him just, I think, a big fat gift card to Target or Walmart or something.
Nice.
It's a little thing, but I know for him it'll make a little difference. Right. He's very appreciative that we're going to do this for him.
That's nice.
So I'm excited, and we're doing that in memory of my guys that were lost on 9/11 and because of 9/11, always. So that's pretty cool. Tomorrow morning, the Rotary Clubs. Oh, that's a good place to find sponsors.
7:30 a.m.
They want me to come talk in Ronkonkoma, which is how far from my house? 45?
Yeah, about 45 minutes.
7:30 a.m. I don't know how the sense of humor is going to be because I said in the email, oh, you made a typo. You put a.m. instead of p.m. That's a cute little joke.
Yeah. Where's the show?
It's not a show.
Oh.
No, I'm just talking about the foundation.
Going to meet with the...
Yeah, I'm going to get up in front, tell them what we do, how it started, tell them about Rich Walker a little bit.
And they say who?
Yeah, 7:30 a.m.
They don't actually do anything later in the day. It's only.
I'm drinking a lot from my Laughter Saves Lives cup. That's what I was told. Don't drink from the Dunkin' Donuts cup that Rich Walker guys. I was told.
So if I can,
you are.
I am. But you've been doing TV, I would say all around the country, but also around the world.
Yes,
right.
To get the word out about Laughter Saves Lives. Last 2 nights ago, or last night, you did a show with a couple of guys who were amazing.
Wonderful guys. What was their names? But you remember their names?
Yeah.
That's good. We should.
George Batista and John Henry Sato.
Yes.
Great guys. Fantastic show. Our viewers should go watch that show. It's counterpartshow.com. Counterparts with an S. COUNTERPARTS show.com.
Yes.
And watch John on their show.
And when I'm on other people's shows,
right,
it's I have one goal. Do you remember that goal?
Make them laugh.
Don't make an ass of yourself.
Right.
Everything else is gravy. So I had surgery today. Look at me. I'm here.
Are you kidding?
I am here after having surgery.
What kind of surgery? For that rash?
It wouldn't be as dramatic if I told you what kind, but I'll tell you what.
It was surgery.
Well, I had that cancerous lump that I had removed 6 years ago. Well, it was oozing.
Oh, come on.
Now, you know what? That's the word my wife used. It was a little crust, like a scabby. So I said, let me get the ENT to look at it. Because it was cancer, right? You know?
Right.
And he went in there with a thing and pulled a lot of things out. You know what he thought it was? A piece of the suture from 6 years ago.
Wow, it could have been.
Really?
Sure.
Well, I don't know. I believe Rich Walker and the ENT. Now, that's my second opinion right there. Rich Walker thinks so.
Well, I'm like a doctor. People call me and ask me, I have an ingrown toenail. What do I do?
Because you're sick.
Everything. Hydrogen peroxide cures everything. Just put your toe over the toilet, pour it on.
Hydrogen peroxide.
Yes, works.
You can gargle with. Well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that.
I do every day. I swish it around my mouth.
Really?
Little bit in a cup. Hydrogen peroxide. It says it's a mouthwash.
Little scotch?
No, and it whitens your teeth. You should do this.
All right, let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. Couldn't get to bring my grandson to his first Met game.
Oh no!
Went to Dave & Buster's for the first time with the kid. All right, now the Dave & Buster's all over the country, from what I understand, right?
It's a big company.
But going back to the day when we were kids, what was one of the funnest things in Dave & Buster's? What was the fun of it?
The pinball machines.
And why? Why?
I don't get what you're going at. The
carrying
tickets.
Around all the tickets. Right? You get 1,000 tickets. What do you get? You get a pen, or you get 1,000 tickets. You get a Slinky, whatever. Right?
Not even that good.
No more tickets.
What do they have now?
You use the card,
build points.
And they put it right on the card. I don't know. That's
not
something
right.
Shouldn't change for the better.
It's Chuck E. Cheese. You love watching the tickets pour out of there, and then you put them in the machine, the chomper.
Yeah.
Then it goes.
What was that?
Vincent would love that.
Well, here's my daughter Olivia in Marist College for environmental studies. Hey, Dad, we're saving on the paper. She's got a point. The tunnel to tower race. I told you they gave us a bottle of water in the parking lot. 5 blocks later, they asked us, you can't bring the water past this point. Everybody was dropping full bottles of water in the garbage.
Terrible.
What, Butch?
Bad planning. Yes.
Speaking of tickets, tick, 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 tick.
October 26th? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, you can talk about that, but I'm talking about let's move along, boys.
It's what?
Moving on, Tom.
Moving on. We're going to go to a break.
By the way, I saw Butch Saturday night.
Yeah, I know that. We'll talk about that when we come back. Butch at the comedy show.
And I haven't seen him since what I used to call him?
Since he had his hair.
No, what did I used to call him? Not Butch. I used to say it all.
Bruce.
Bruce.
Bobby
I haven't seen Butch since he was Bruce.
Let's go to break, and we'll be back with Bull of Us.
Yes.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air, and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
And we're back. You know, Rich, we couldn't do what we do here at Laughter Saves Lives Foundations, you know, helping firefighters, healthcare professionals moving forward without sponsors. I mean, we sell our shirts, we raise some money.
They help us big time.
we just brought a new sponsor on board. It's Boulevard's Restoration. And today representing them is Ryan Spalletta. Ryan is the Director of Emergency Services at Boulevard. So let's bring Ryan in. He's got muscles. Look at this guy. Where's the muscles?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
No?
How's everything going today?
Everything's going great. Thanks for taking the time to be here, my friend.
Hey, I appreciate you having me.
Could you tell our viewers pretty much what Boulevards does?
Okay. So to make it quick and simple, we are a 24-hour emergency service restoration company. So basically, we start off by going on to a fire loss, water loss. Those are literally like the emergency calls. We also cover mold remediation, crime scenes, asbestos jobs. We do residential and commercial.
Hold on 1 second. Did you hear what he said?
Yes.
Go back to crime scenes because...
Crime scenes, yeah. Everyone always has that question.
Right. Could you explain what that means?
So, I mean, it's very rare, but the occasional crime scene, like we do the cleanups. So the mitigation, you know, if there was someone that
was
unfortunately committed suicide in a room and everything's everywhere, you know, we have to do the cleanup, mitigation for the home to just like make sure everything is taken care of properly.
Okay.
Sanitized.
I was thinking the other way. If Richie and I committed a crime, then we call you directly to clean up the mess that we made
before
so we're not going to jail.
I mean, listen, if you're going to keep this underneath the books, you know, there's a possibility that I'll give you my card, but we're going to keep that on the side.
We have that.
Just good to know.
Don't put that on the air right now.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know.
Absolutely.
All right.
I mean, you're a Mets fan, though, so it's going to be skeptical. Sorry.
I am what I am. All right, so we having some major rain. Florida just had some storms.
Correct.
What is one of the things you can tell? I mean, listen, the way you make your money is cleaning up after, you know, a disaster, whatever. But what are some of the things that I can do to minimize that when I hear, oh, a storm is coming, or, oh, you know, whatever?
Well, I think about the thing about our industry is this. You know, a lot of times homeowners or business owners, they're not prepared on an event like this. You know, nobody wakes up in the morning and thinks that they're ever going to have a fire in their house or anything like that. So the reason why we come into play and we play such a big role after, you know, police officers and fire department, they clear the scene, the homeowners are just left there clueless on what to do next. You know, the first thing that goes through their mind is we're going to contact our insurance company, you know, and get everything rolling. But you and I both know insurance companies, they like to hold on to theirs and they take a while to make sure everything gets the ball rolling.
Right.
So we kind of guide them in the direction to set them up moving forward to the right steps, as in getting temporary living, documenting the footage for the insurance company, help them file the claim. You know, we want to make sure that everything goes proper so that this can be expedited and not take so long.
And that's important. I liken it in a way to a funeral. Somebody dies in your family, you're devastated. What are you laughing at? Let me finish the analogy first.
Right.
Somewhere. So somebody dies in your family, you get your home, but you're devastated.
Right.
You're not thinking right. You don't want to do, you know, you're like, call somebody like you who has done this a million times.
That's right.
You know, and then you take the ball and you run with it.
That's right.
Well, I think the biggest thing also, sorry for cutting you off, you know, in this industry, even when I first started out in here, you know, I wasn't prepared on how many fires there actually are a day. Now, fires are our main thing because they're just happening constantly. You know, across Long Island and New York City alone, there's probably about 15 fires a day.
Wow.
And the biggest thing is, like, when you get to the home while everything is happening, this catastrophic incident, like, you know, where their house, everything that they worked hard for is, you know, up in flames. You know, you want to bring them aside and make them feel comfortable. You want to empathize with them and understand. I always put myself in their shoes on what they're going through at the moment. But my biggest thing is to make sure that they feel comfortable enough that I'm going to take care of them after, you know.
Right.
I want to make sure that they trust me. They know that I'm going to do right by them and do everything that I can to put their home back together better than it was before. You know, and
you've been there. So
absolutely.
Right? If that happened to you with your family, we got our kids, we got your wife, whatever, you come along and go, hey, John,
you're
I've been here.
Yeah.
I can help you out here. That goes a long way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people on board in my company, like my partner, Anthony. He's a retired 9/11 vet. He was an officer in the city. My operation manager, Mike, he's a retired Marine. So like, you know, we have the most upright respect for all of our first responders. We always show them respect when we're on scene. We're not too pushy. You know, we'll literally go up to the homeowners. We'll meet and greet with them real quick, hand them off our information. We'll stand off the side when you know, the fire marshals clear the scene to like be able to talk to them and just explain the steps. You know, we're never.
So you may be on the scene before an insurance does an insurance company call you? Or does the homeowner call you?
It could go both ways. Typically, when I go on scene, I'm actually there while the event's happen. You know,
so you're trying to get work. You're trying to get work.
These are the guys bailing out the water as it's coming.
No.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I've been to fires while the house is still burning and meeting with the homeowners, introducing myself. Afterwards, I will help them file the claim for them because they just don't know what to do.
Right.
You know, obviously the first step is to ask them what insurance company they have.
Right.
And then, you know, I'll look up the number. I'll help them file the claim for them, get everything set up. I'll help them getting a temporary living for the night. You know,
you guys also do pipe breaks, puffbacks.
Absolutely. You know, this time of season also, everyone's turning on their oil burners. The puffbacks are already starting. So it's a big thing. And
I don't know how you guys do it. I would walk in a puff back and go, hands, I'm done. I'll see you guys later.
It's the funny thing about this is when I first got into this industry, you know, there's a lot of people that look at us like in two different ways. You know, no matter what, we cover the whole boroughs. We cover the whole tri-state area. I've gone up to Rhode Island. I've gone to Pennsylvania, New Jersey. We go all over. And unfortunately, there's a lot of companies out there, so there's going to be a lot of people out on these homeowners' front lawns. And like, you know, I'm never the pushy type. I don't want to overdo it. You know, I literally see on how they are in front of their house, whether it's a fire, a flood, you know, anything. And you know, I just wait for the right moment to talk to them. I respect the officers and the fire department that's there. I let them do their own thing. I'll have the fire marshal come up to me and say, hey, listen, you're good to go talk up to the homeowners, things like that. You know, we try to do everything proper.
Is there any tips that you can give to our viewers on what to do after a disaster like this, or how to avoid it? Like smoke alarms, obviously, you know.
Well, yes, there's definitely a big thing in, you know, being a new homeowner myself, you know, obviously, like, you want to make sure that your smoke alarms are okay, your carbon monoxide alarms, batteries are up to date, everything's working, because I've gone to jobs where, you know, they've had faults and they haven't gone off, and it's caused, you know, catastrophic events where people have lost their lives and everything like that.
Just to give our viewers a tip, I don't mean to interrupt you, I'm sorry.
No, absolutely.
This is so important. Carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
There's no odor. You cannot smell carbon monoxide. You cannot see carbon monoxide. The only way you're going to know you have a CO leak, well, it's two ways. An alarm goes off, you go unconscious.
Pretty close, yes.
So you need a CO detector in your house.
Definitely. Highly recommended. Now, listen, I mean,
go ahead.
I'm not going to, if I'm going to give one tip to the viewers, you know, the basic guidelines that we tell homeowners whenever they have an event like this, whether it's a water loss, a fire, anything. The first step that you want to do is make sure that you know your insurance carrier. Always contact your insurance company, file the claim, whether you get a claim number on site or the next day. Make sure you take care of that. Second thing, document all the footage. It's very important to get timestamps, because a lot of times I've gone to homes and homeowners want to start cleaning everything that, you know, that's burnt up or whatnot. But then when the insurance adjuster comes and they don't see any of the damage and nobody's taking photos, it becomes a little bit of an issue getting everything set up.
How about this?
Let me say one thing. Can I say one thing?
Yes.
Little secret, Ryan.
Yeah.
I was an insurance adjuster for 18 years.
There you go.
And I was the guy. But I will admit, I could never do my job if you weren't there. It is so important, and we say it all the time. Mitigate the damage right away. Get yourself safe, obviously, and then we'll worry about it or sort it out after. And but yeah, it's great what you do. And
I appreciate it. I think it's just the biggest thing with the homeowners and like the way the insurance company looks at it is secondary damage. Nobody thinks of it.
No.
I'm going to ask you one quick question. Give me a quick answer, and then tell people how to find you, your company. Isn't it important to keep receipts from purchases?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. If you're not living in the home, the biggest thing that you want to do is, like, if you have to go to a hotel that night, you save receipts of everything. The minute that you are out of that house, because the insurance will reimburse you.
Right.
You try to put everything together on one card just to make it easier for them to go back and view all your statements. But absolutely, 100% keep all of your receipts.
Good stuff, Ryan. I'm sorry it was such a short spot tonight.
No. Listen, I appreciate you guys having me. It was a pleasure.
We'll
very interesting. Yeah.
Thank you for the sponsorship. Make sure you thank the powers that be. We'll see you October 26th at the show.
Yes, you will. Absolutely, I will be there.
A beautiful relationship.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Good
Have a good one, right?
Ryan from Boulevus. Very good.
Great.
Very good. All right, so we're not going to break this. We want to make sure that our captain from the Captain Heather Buren from Station 7, San Francisco Fire Department, doesn't take off on us. So let's bring her in, Captain Heather Buren, Station 7, San Francisco. Fd, there she is. Hello. Look at you with the fancy green screen. It looks like a firehouse office.
As fancy as it gets. My computer's on my bed.
Oh, okay.
So my desk, this is how we roll in San Francisco.
I was on your fire boats a number of years ago.
Oh, they're very cool.
It was cool. It was cool. Mm-hmm. So,
thank you. We have a floating firehouse now down there.
Really?
Yeah. They put the guys hate it. They say they're getting sick. It's a big barge, and they created this big fancy firehouse. I mean, you look out the back, and the Bay Bridge is right there. That's your kitchen and your hangout area in the back. But the guys hate it. They just moved on to it a couple months ago. They don't like it.
Well, the waters are rough in San Francisco, right?
They can be. Yeah. But it's in the bay. It's back in the bay. It's not in the open ocean, but it's always moving, I guess. So it's interesting.
You say it's in the bay. Is it near the bridge?
Yeah, almost right underneath the Bay Bridge, not the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, okay.
Is Alcatraz your jurisdiction?
Yes, it is now. If we had more time, I'd tell you a great story about that. We like that, but we don't. So don't get me started on stories yet.
All right, we may have to. So tell us the main reason you're working on some kind of special project. Tell us about it.
I am. Thank you. I want to first thank you, Rich and John, for having me and for reaching out to me. I also want to give my condolences to Fdny about Allison Russo. It's just tragic. Yeah. It's tragic.
Terrible.
And,
terrible.
We gave a moment of silence here in the city on the other side of the coast for you all, and sent some money to help her family. And so really just really sad for that. Yeah. Why I'm here today, though, it's actually a positive thing. I am here, captain of the fire department, but I'm also part of our women's group. So we have these affinity groups. I'm not sure if you guys do in your department. So we have, and we're called the United Fire Service Women. We also have like the BFA, the Asian Firefighters, Los Bomberos. So just affinity group under the hood of our unions.
Right.
And we just, we're trying to help our women promote and train and all of that thing. So we, first of all, I just feel like it's all about connections, right? And so the Ukrainians had just been, Russia had just come into, I don't want to get into what happened there but anyways, the war started in Ukraine. I had been working with some scientists a couple years ago on cancer and women. And so I have made some scientist friends. And one of them reached out to me. Is it connections, right? Connections. Right. She reached out to me because a good friend of hers was a Ukrainian woman and said, hey, the firefighters from the town this woman was from, she married an American, lives in DC now. But this woman, her name was Tatiana. the town she's from, Kharkiv, was one of the first big towns that was attacked and bombed, and they were for many, many, many months. But she said, Tatiana reached out to us. She had some firefighter friends, and people are starting to mobilize. You guys probably did. Our department started getting together all of our old equipment and said, let's send this to them. Let's send this to them. So I was on board with that. How can we help? But then I got this through friends of other, connections saying, hey, we've got some firefighters. They're really grateful for all the stuff that's coming, but what they need some things. They really need some other things. They don't need these old fans that they can't plug into anything. They don't need these, right? What they need is to be able to get around the city. They can't get around their city and their big engines, and so we started we worked with a organization in France, started just reaching out to people we knew, raising money, saying, okay, well, we'll get you some money and we'll see. So we found a nonprofit in France, signed a contract with them. These guys had been working with them and ended up within, I guess to date now I think we're at about 55,000 that we've sent them. And where that went, I was supposed to send you pictures, John. It's just been a busy day, and I didn't get a chance to. I apologize. But we have some photos, of. But what we raised, so what we got for them, we got like kind of those really fancy, cool Sprinter vans. They found them used. Two or three of their firefighters had to go to France, drive it all the way to Kharkiv, which was like a 4 or 5 day drive. Got these 2 passenger vans for the first thing. We kept raising money. And I want to interject here. Like, this isn't like one rich person in San Francisco, though there's a shit ton of them out here, but that gave us money. This is just people giving $50, $100. I live out by the beach in the city, and I have my neighbors' daughters, these 5 or 6-year-olds, decided to do a bake sale. And they went out and, on a nice day at the beach, and they, raised $500 or $600 and gave it to us. And they came and gave it to the firehouse. It was really grassroots like that. Back to the connections.
Can I just stop you 1 second?
Yeah.
The firefighters in Naples, Florida, the firefighters after 9/11, people don't realize these guys and gals in Kyiv, when the bombs were flowing and everybody's running out of town, some of these people are staying around fighting fires and making rescues in this mess.
Yes.
And to me, the average person, when they see something like, oh, there's a war and people, and the soldiers fighting, it's beyond belief.
Right.
What some of the bravery on some of these people.
Right, John. And you went through 9/11. We sent a lot of people there to help you all, like that tragic time. But imagine that going on for months and months. And you continue to work, and they couldn't get their rigs. All their streets were bombed out. That's partly why they wanted these vans, these Sprinter vans, so they could get their firefighters places. They could get people out. It is true. It's, we reach out often in San Francisco to you all, to Florida, to anyone like that. But this is far, that's far. That's way over there. Yeah. But we actually connected and talked with these firefighters through an interpreter. There was about 5 or 6 of us women firefighters. They don't have women firefighters there. And they had a lot of questions for us. It was this really neat connection. On the side of these vans, they put this big, thank you, San Francisco firefighters. Like, it's really, really heartfelt. It bridged that gap of a million miles, right? Like, we know what they do. We were doing the same. And I feel like I go out there, I run 15 calls a day here. I feel like, oh man, this gets crazy. But I can't imagine. I cannot imagine.
Just when I'm walking outside, I walk with my grandchildren, I'm doing whatever, and you hear a bang, whether somebody said or drop something, whatever. And sometimes I stop and I go, could you imagine what these kids are going through, with this constant bombing, and it's terrible. But man, you are awesome. You're a hero,
a double hero,
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you. I can't take all that though. I just was the connection point, and
you and your team.
It's everybody out here and everyone that gave, and we had a lot of people gave, and it was a combination of people, firefighters and non-firefighters, that got together and just decided to do this. Let me just finish it by saying we also within that we kept raising money. We didn't expect to, but people kept sending. So we have a way, and I'll explain it how people still can. And the last thing we got them is they are getting all this equipment. I mean, they sent pictures like earth moving, like little, cool little earth moving equipment, and get it, all of this stuff is being donated. They have no way to get it. So this last one we bought them a tractor trailer that they could move stuff in. So they were able, and again, they went to Germany. They're buying it all used. They're having people.
How is the bombing in Kyiv now?
Well, it has finally stopped. They said it's finally stopped. And if you've watched the news recently, it's more in the south because Kyiv is more in the north.
Right.
But like the Ukrainian forces, I mean, they continue like their counteroffenses. They're rapid, and dozens of villages are being like reoccupied in the south.
In the news, but we only see a little bit.
Yeah, they said it stopped, but it is recently just stopped, and it's not totally stopped.
Right.
Like they still get, yeah.
But are you still collecting money? Are you still assisting them?
We're still collecting money. We were going to shut it down, but then we had somebody here on a news channel did something on us, and we have some more. So I would love to tell you can I plug it here for a second?
Sure. Yeah, and then I'm going to give you a Rich Walker's credit card.
Perfect. I love it. Okay, I did this. UFSW.org. UFSW is United Fire Service Women. So that's our website. We're a nonprofit.
Right.
And you just go to UFSW.org. It brings you right to our women's group website, which we've had for a long time, but we just put a little, one of the young smart girls put a little thing on our website so that you could give, and you just click on that and it goes to PayPal. Then you can just do a PayPal.
Right. I think Butch just put it in the thread there.
Okay.
Bobby, is that the best we can do is put it in the thread?
There it is. UFSW.org.
All right.
That's it.
Where it is. Good.
It's right there.
Great job, Bob and Butch. All right. So hopefully we can get a few bucks for you. I'm going to send you a few bucks for sure.
Yeah.
I just love what you're doing. I love it.
And I really thank you guys for calling me. I have a question for you.
Yes.
How'd you hear about us?
In fact, Butch did. Butch, come on. I'm going to ask Butch to come on for a second here.
Butch does a great job.
Butch, how did you find Heather?
Honestly, I every week I just I put firefighter in Google search and see what pops up to find interesting stories, interesting folks within the fire service. And you guys actually popped up first. I guess it was.
Wow.
I guess it was maybe the day before a television station had done a story on you, and you guys popped up.
That's what you said. Yeah.
And,
yeah, great.
I reached out to you on Facebook first and couldn't get you, so I called the house.
She didn't return any of my calls either. She didn't return any of my calls. Yeah.
I'm busy and I don't do social media. Look, I'm old. I don't do social media too much.
She did the old a New Yorker.
No.
And I sent her
I love you guys, but
we love you, Heather. We love you. The thing with Butch is not only does he look up stories, he shows up at your fire station next week. He's for a meal.
You should be coming tonight. I'm making a big paella for the guys tonight because we're cleaning all day. We're doing triannual, so the officers cook, and I'm doing a big seafood paella. I got to get down there when we're done here. So I wish I could invite you guys tonight. It would be a good one.
All right. Last 30 seconds. Anything else you want to say to our viewers?
Really just be safe out there, and thank you. If you have anything to give, it will go straight to the Ukrainian firefighters in Kharkiv. We're not taking any money, and it goes straight to them, to the needs that they have. And so if you can give anything, $5, $10, that's great. And if you can't, thank you for your time. Yeah.
Thank you. Go make the meal.
I'm gonna go make the meal, but I want you to make me laugh too. So
all right, we'll see if we can handle that.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We're gonna go to break, and we'll be back with two crazy Med fans and some yucks.
Thank you, boys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Rossi.
And I'm Arthur Lee, the creator of LifeVac.
We're here today to announce that to date, LifeVac has saved hundreds of lives of people who almost died due to choking.
People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those lives is a child. That's why I created LifeVac.
And as a new mom, and from housewife to housewife, I felt compelled to share with you the discovery of this life-saving device.
LifeVac is a simple-to-use airway clearance device. Just place, push, and pull to save a life.
And it costs less than it would take to fill up your car with a tank of gas. Imagine being able to save a life for less than $70.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
That's LIFEVAC.net.
Please don't allow one of your loved ones to become the victim of a choking accident.
All right, we're back. Hey, we're back.
Hey.
Oh, excited. We're back. Let's go Mets now.
Let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets segment. We have 3 big Met fans here, and Richie. Richie could care less. Richie could care less. But I had to bring in 2 of my favorite Met fans because this is unusual for New York Mets. We are in the playoffs.
Yes.
It's time to forget that we didn't come in first place. We are in the playoffs.
Let it go.
Well, we're tied for first.
Let it
Since
go.
We're not tied for first. We are tied for since the first time we're in the playoffs since. My statistician?
2016 wildcard, 2015 we were on Eastern Champions.
Very good,
And
very
we're
good.
all, I'm not going to say how old we all are, but we're all old enough to remember that.
We're over 40.
Over 40.
I remember 86.
I'm going to ask you, is Roseanne Sorrentino, she fills in sometimes when Richie gets a rash. John Santo fills in sometimes when Richie gets another rash. So that's what we always say when Richie's not here. You know that you just have a rash.
Because I'm doing solo.
Because of HIPAA. Because of HIPAA.
I want to ask Roseanne one thing.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember this helmet. This came with a Sunday. That's how tiny she is.
It came with a Sunday.
What's the story?
All right. So actually, what happened?
Wait, I want to ask you a quick question.
Go ahead.
For the helmet.
Go ahead.
Why are you so into the Mets? What at one point in your life, what made you become a Met fan? Was there something you remember? Somebody?
I just always liked baseball, and then I guess it was the '86 series.
86.
Did you grow up in a Mets household?
Yes.
That has
In
a lot
Mets
to do with it, right?
household, And I just, it's just, I love rooting for the underdog.
Yeah.
And we went to the game the other day. She was so much fun. Her and her daughter, Bridget.
We had a good time.
This is and he was there eating. I broke out the new grill.
Oh,
right?
God. Yes, it was fantastic.
Best chicken sandwich.
Very,
very
very
good.
Wow.
And fresh mutts and the
mayonnaise and the peppers.
Tell us about why you're a Met fan, Handsome.
So I'm a Met fan because I have 2 reasons. One, I went to a Met game when I was a kid. I always went to Met games because they were closest to my house. And that's the professional baseball team on Long Island.
That's true. Yeah. They're on the island.
They're on the island, so they're closest to my house.
For you people around the country, that Queens is part of the island of Long Island.
It is.
Geographically, yes.
Yes. So now.
Do you know why I love going to the games, though?
Why?
Oh, tell us. I know why. Do it.
Because I like to get a home run margarita. The best margarita you'll ever have.
Really?
Oh,
you know what? You're at the ball game. That's part of it.
Amazing.
You know, we're at the ball game.
And we saw the smile lady, that creepy smile lady.
We saw the creepy smile lady.
Oh, yeah, the
from
creepy
Oakland,
smile lady.
And I'm going out with her on Friday night.
Very nice.
I said, you freaked me out in Oakland, but she's very nice. She's not a creep.
We are ready, though, for Friday night. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, hopefully we don't.
Hopefully not Sunday. Just
playing against the Padres. They're a good team.
I think I'm going to be there on Friday. You're not going, are you?
You didn't invite me.
No, you're not allowed.
Oh, that's right.
No, you can't go. No. So we're going to lock you in. You and I are going to Colorado.
Tell them why I'm not allowed.
Because you're bad luck and I'm bad luck. You and I, you know what we're going to watch the game?
Where?
From the NORAD underground nuclear blast facility in Cheyenne Mountain, Colorado.
No, you watch it from there.
So that we're locked in and we can't go anywhere near the
Yes, I don't want you. You know, here's the thing. I was thinking about it, though.
Yes.
You do make a good sandwich, so we could let you come
No,
and
he can't
be
be
in
on
the
the property.
parking lot.
In the parking lot.
No,
not
he
even the
can't
parking.
even be in the
It's
property,
too risky.
huh?
I'm not superstitious.
Can you make the sandwiches ahead of time and send them with me?
I will do that.
Yeah,
I will do that.
You and I can't go near that ballpark.
I will do that.
I'm 3-6 this season at games I went to. I'm not going anywhere near
I
that
went
ballpark.
yesterday.
So
do you
did not go yesterday.
even need me here?
No.
Tell us. Yeah, why can't
tell us the story? Tell us the story about the helmet.
All right, so the helmet. Here's what it is. So yesterday we got nachos.
Nachos in the helmet.
Nachos in the helmet.
You're kidding.
I know, it was a lot of nachos.
That's nacho helmet.
And I said, "Oh, that's a cool helmet. I want to keep that."
Right.
So then when we were finished with the nachos, they go, "Do you want this?" And I went, "Had all nacho stuff in it." I went, "No, throw it away."
No.
So they threw it away, and then I was at the garbage like this. I was like, I really want it. And then somebody threw some trash in it, and I went, "Oh, all right, I'm getting it." And I go in the garbage and I take it out. And I go in the bathroom and I wash it all out. And I'm going to put the Thanksgiving mashed potatoes right in that helmet.
Wow.
Hopefully,
right.
World Series champions.
Well, National League champs.
And then next year in the garage sale. I got.
You got a story about a Met game, Rich? Okay.
I went to Met game. Yeah, I do have a story.
Well,
of
give
Met
us
game.
we need Met
I
story.
was at in '86
Right.
when they got the playoffs. They won it.
Right.
Remember they
You were
trashed
just
the
a
whole
child
field.
then, right?
Yes.
He was an infant.
But remember they trashed the
Yeah.
whole
You
field.
were
And
out
they
there?
ripped it up. I was with my company. Like we were the 2 bus loads. The whole stadium was like bobbing up and down.
Yeah, that
we
was
thought it was going
crazy.
to collapse.
Why don't we take Rich to a Met game next year?
I would love to, but you only go on Tuesdays. Is that the only night the Mets play?
No. Pat Marone said, "Isn't Richie busy on Tuesdays? Let's go Tuesday."
No, let's take Richie to a Met game. Let's make sure he gets a game.
I'm in. I'm on that one.
I'm fun at the Met games.
He's fun.
You finished the story? Was that the end of the story?
Yeah, there was nothing more to that.
I became a Met fan. If anybody over here is interested,
Oh,
because
yes.
Become a Met fan.
my dad was a Brooklyn Dodger fan, and this happened to a lot of sons of Brooklyn Dodger fans. There's no way
me too.
a Brooklyn Dodger fan is rooting for the Yankees.
Nope.
There's no way. And then the Metsies come.
Well, they were
Save
also
the
a Long
day.
Island team, the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah, but okay.
Well, Brooklyn.
Okay.
It's really
Yeah,
But it's on
that's
the
why.
island of Long Island. If you erase the city, Long Island, Nassau County.
Yeah, if you race New York City.
In other words, no. I'm saying
Yeah.
if it was one geographic piece of, if you go back 1,000 years, it's one piece of land.
Okay, don't get too deep.
That's what I'm
We're
saying.
into crazy
You
Mets
fly
talk here.
over it, and it's
Is this?
one.
Are we going to
island.
talk about a map again? We just talked about.
I know. How
What
about how come?
Yeah, that was a good segment before.
When
how
I was
come my son does not want to go to a Met game with you?
With me?
You know why?
Oh, I accidentally knocked.
What'd you do?
Well, I was going for a T-shirt in
Right,
fairness
right.
with my glove,
Right.
and I accidentally
Tunnel visioned.
Well, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
focusing on the
right.
play,
Right.
and I didn't see his son's hand,
Right.
and he had the T-shirt in his hand. We made contact, just like two outfielders, same team,
You hit him
collide
with
in
the
the
glove.
outfield accidentally.
Hit him with the glove
He
in
had
his
it,
face.
and it cost him a shirt, but I more than made up for it.
You
I
did.
gave him 2 shirts
You did.
and
Yeah.
something else,
You
some other
did.
piece of memorabilia.
So I say, let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets.
Let's
It's
go
going to be a
Mets.
tough series.
I felt
Do we,
terrible.
do we
by
know
the
the
way,
score
terrible.
right now? I've been checking, but
It was 9-2.
Oh,
Okay,
we don't
so
care. What's the difference today? What's the difference?
because I care every day. I'm
Oh,
not
you-
a fair weather
Oh,
fan.
see,
I care every
I
day.
love that about you. I love that.
John,
Yes.
when we went to the Mets game, whose box did we stay? We stayed in the nice luxury box. We had the food.
You got it.
remember?
Did I get the box? It was Delta, wasn't it?
So the Mets finished with 100 wins, 101 and 61
And we moved
losses,
on.
and so did the Braves. But the Braves won the tiebreaker. We finished
We
with the
understand
exact
that's
same
in the
record.
past.
Ugh,
We need to move forward.
all right.
Butch is is Butch a Met fan?
No, I'm
No,
a
he's like
Yankees fan.
Pittsburgh.
Is he
something.
Yankee
I don't
fan
know.
or he's a
He's a
Pittsburgh?
Steelers
Steelers
fan.
fan.
Wow.
Steelers fan for football, but I'm a diehard Yankees fan.
All right, Roseanne,
Yeah.
give
yes.
us something a little kooky that you do for the Mets. Like, you want them to win. So there's got to be something maybe that you do that people would go, it's a little much.
She
You
paints her
think?
face orange and
No, she didn't do that.
No, I mean,
Anything?
not at the games and pub. You mean like when I'm home, right?
Well, yeah,
Anything in
okay,
general.
okay. Anything we can
I
get
don't
out
know.
of you.
It's not kooky, but like I'll sit on my couch
Mhm.
like this
Really?
and just watch like this. And if I feel like if I take my hands away
yeah.
Something
before the
bad's gonna
pitch is
happen.
thrown, it's not going to be a good pitch. So like,
I
if
want you to
it's
watch
that-
a game with my father. Here's my father. He says, damn it, about 100 times. Damn it. He's sitting there, and my wife screams. She'll scream, like if you think it's going to be a home run. Oh, it's deep. She'll be going, ah, like that. You jump off the couch. This guy wears, by the way, are you proud of me? You got a Met shirt on.
Very
Have you ever
proud.
seen me?
No, I'm very.
You
I'm,
look like you just stepped out of the clubhouse.
I'm
Now,
so happy.
This guy is a Met fanatic. In fact, I told the story a million times. Here's the
Oh, the
hat he
home run
bought
hat.
me. Here's the hat he bought me at the game because I was too cheap to buy it. And then I turn around, and who comes walking with the hat? My good friend Santo.
What were you going to say about what I wear? I think I know where you're going with this.
Well, you wear all Mets gear to the game.
Not only do I wear all Mets gear to the game, I try if they're playing, even if I'm at home,
right?
And I have my jersey on. My wife goes, "Why are you changing your jersey?"
Kind of stuff I'm talking
because I thought they were going to. You're wearing the white primary home jersey. They also have a blue alternate,
right?
So the Mets were wearing the blue alternate, and I had the white on, and I went and changed and put on my blue alternate with the blue alternate cap, which is different.
I have to say, I always wear something Mets to the game.
And on the road,
Santo, I'm pretty sure you've worn Mets gear every time you've co-hosted the show.
Not every time.
Not every time.
A lot.
Not every time. But a lot.
That's
Listen,
my.
The man has a passion.
That's my kooky thing. Is that and now when we went to the game, remember we went to that legendary game when I caught the ball?
I do.
I look at the locker room interview the night before, and if they have the blue jersey out, I'll wear the blue to the game.
He
knows what the third base coach is wearing. Now, what does your closet look like at home? Is it all blue?
It has it has a blue top jersey, it has a gray road jersey, and it has
he has a Mets closet.
Then I have hats. I have all the different hats over the years. Caps.
Yeah.
And then right now I'm wearing the batting practice hoodie with the garment.
Nice.
I have a question for sports fans. Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Good.
Every year the players change, so you're following a label.
You're following laundry, as Jerry Seinfeld said. You're rooting for laundry.
Some
not every year they don't change. Just some legendary players.
But most.
How about that Terrence Gore? He got his first hit tonight in 3 years.
This you would love. This guy just steals bases. They put him in to steal bases.
No, but he got a hit tonight. They let him bat.
But
first hit in 3 years.
He has the most World Series rings of anybody in the dugout. You know why? Because every year, come the end of the year,
they put
a different team picks him up to just steal bases in the playoffs.
Oh, wait, I need to address your question because you got to look at. I like teams with heart.
Yes.
I like teams with grit.
Yeah.
I like teams that fight.
That's
scrappy.
The Mets. That's the
Mets.
Yeah.
That's why I like the Mets. It's easy if you're,
They're not swinging for the fences.
And we finally have a real owner.
Yes.
That's going to do what's necessary.
Pace.
Regardless of what happens this year.
John Payson.
But
yes.
Also you need to
John Payson.
Died in 78.
Oh, wow. Boy, I haven't been in a while.
No disrespect to Butch, but I've been around a lot of Yankee fans who are like, "Oh, I'm done with them." For one little thing, they'll say about the Yankees, like if they do something, they don't. I'm done with them. I'm done. Never.
No, the Yankees are a business. It looks like a business. It's there, like you said. There's no the Yankees.
Yeah.
To our Yankee fan viewers. This is not the opinion of the host of the show.
Right. No.
It's just Roseanne's opinion.
Not bashing them. I'm just saying that's why I like my Metsies.
The Metsies.
Right. And I consider myself a professional fan because I take the time to know
tell him, Patrick,
everything about the team.
Oh, you really
when they traded Tom Terrific, he's right. When they traded a player, got rid of Tommy Seaver, how do you do that?
Big mistake.
It's like getting rid of Derek Jeter, which I think they were close at one point.
That was a long time. Yeah. That wasn't even the current management.
But
the
people don't get over that.
No, you got to get over it. This is a new owner, new team. It's a whole new destiny for the New York Mets.
Listen, I was in an elevator once at Fenway Park, and these two men, we were wearing Mets hats, and we were going on the tour, and these two men were talking about that Met Sox game like it happened yesterday.
Oh yeah,
like they are not over that at all.
You have to understand something though. Every Yankees fan wants the Mets to get. Every Yankees fan wants a Yankees Mets World Series.
That's just everyone.
And what if you lose that World Series?
But for what reason?
You know what? You know what the Yankee fans did? The hospitals are going to be filled with Yankee fans all over the tri-state area. If the Mets beat the Yankees, and you know what? I don't understand why. They're both professional baseball organizations, and now we have the wealthiest owner. So guess what? There could be a time when the Yankees are nothing, and the Mets are going to have championship after championship for the next
This Metsies comedy segment is going well.
The next decade.
We've got about 2 minutes left. Let's talk about October 26th.
What's October?
All right,
26th?
so October 26th is our big show at Governor's.
Bobby, if you have that flyer, if you could put it up, please.
Next show at Governor's October 26th. We're raising money for some wonderful, wonderful Long Island organizations.
Yes.
He
asked me. I got a show the 26th. Can you help?
And she said yes. That goes a long way.
I did say yes.
So October 26th with general needs. They buy basic stuff for veterans, homeless and needy veterans. A fight for firefighters. They build ramps for disabled firefighters and their families. Heather Pendergast. They support Long Island Volleys with sick children and high medical bills. Terry Fowler Foundation has been around forever. Supplies equipment, used equipment to departments around the country, and some other wonderful stuff. That's the October 26th show.
By the way, for those who are not firefighters, a volley firefighter is a volunteer firefighter.
Thank you, Butch. November 4th, a private event. Rich Walker's running it for Laughter Saves Lives. It's an old timers night. A bunch of guys who can't hear. Richie's doing that show.
I'm on that show.
Saturday, November 5th.
He even said to me, he says, it doesn't matter.
That's the old one. That's in East Quogue. I did that one year.
Saturday, November 5th, Riverhead Polish Oil. Friday, November 11th, we're doing the Seaford Lions. That date was changed today from the 11th or 10th to 11th.
And the 12th, you're doing the Melville Lions.
Yes, well, that's not my. It's not Laughter Saves Lives game.
Oh.
On November 17th, we have a mess. We are doing a live show in a furniture store, Raymore and Flanagan's. It is going to be so much fun. Roseanne's on it. Richie's on it. I'm just stopping by and leaving before everything hits the fan.
Hey, you got to make a correction.
And then November 18th, Domenico's Italian restaurant, great meal and a great show. What?
The 17th is a Thursday.
That's right.
You have Friday, November 17th, and Friday, November 18th. How could both dates be a Friday?
It's leap year.
Leap year.
2 Fridays in a row, only in leap year.
So the 18th is the Raymore and Flanagan.
17th.
And the 18th is a Saturday. Domenico.
Yes.
Next week, this is the beauty of our show. And when Butch made up the flyer, he said, "And surprise guests." The reason we do that is we don't know who they're going to be at 2 hours before the show. We run this like a fire, organized confusion. Next week's guests are, we don't know, right? Do we have anybody?
There. Yes, I know that. I know who the comic is.
Who's that?
Joe. Oh my God! Look, I can't remember.
Joe Fernandez.
Joe Fernandez is going to be our comic. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Butch, for putting the show together.
And I'm hosting with you next week.
Oh, yeah, Roseanne's co-hosting because Richie's going to have a rash.
You
right?
jump in my grave that fast?
You got a rash next week. Thank you to Aletta from Boulevard. Thank you to Captain Heather Buren from the San Francisco Fire Department. Guys, we're going to the diner. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. He's chasing the deer that circle the lips. Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall. Play ball. Play ball.